It's a pleasure for me as President of the International Astronautical Federation to welcome all you today to the concluding session of the Global Networking Forum for this ISC 2017, which has been a huge success. In particular, I want to thank Premier Wazaril, Minister Hamilton Smith, and Lord Mayor Hayes for their support and presence. Now, let me please introduce our distinguished speaker for today. Elon Musk is founder, CEO, and lead designer of SpaceX. Elon founded SpaceX in 2002 with the goal of revolutionizing space technology and ultimately enabling humans to become a multiplanetary species. Today, he will provide an update on those plans first shared at ISC 2016 in Guadalajara last year. SpaceX has had a number of firsts, including the first private company to deliver cargo to and from the International Space Station, the first entity to land an orbital class booster back on land and on drone ships out of sea, and the first to refly an orbital class booster. In addition to SpaceX, he is also the CEO of Tesla Motors and chairman of SolarCity. Please join me in welcoming Elon Musk.
All right. Hey. Thank you. Oh, just so good. All right. So, welcome everyone. And I'm going to talk more about what it takes to become a multi-planet species. And just a brief refresher on why this is important. I think fundamentally, the future is vastly more exciting and interesting if we're a spacefaring civilization and a multi-planet species than if we're not. You want to be inspired by things. You want to wake up in the morning and think the future is going to be great. And that's what being a spacefaring civilization is all about. It's about believing in the future and thinking that the future will be better than the past. And I can't think of anything more exciting than going out there and being among the stars. That's why. So let me go into more detail on becoming a multi-planet species. This is the updated design for well, we're sort of searching for the right name, but the code name at least is BFR. Probably the most important thing that I want to convey in this presentation is that I think we have figured out how to pay for it. This is very important. So, in last year's presentation, we're really searching for what the right way, how do we pay for this thing? We went through various ideas, Kickstarter, collecting underpants. These didn't pan out. But now we think we've got a way to do it, which is to have a smaller vehicle, still pretty big, but one that can serve one that can do everything that's needed in the greater Earth orbit activity. So essentially, we want to make our current vehicles redundant. We want to have one system, one booster and ship that replaces Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy, and Dragon. So if we can do that, then all the resources that are used for Falcon 9, Heavy, and Dragon can be applied to this system.
Graphics, the cornerstone of video games. Since the dawn of man, we have strived to achieve good graphics. Games that were once considered revolutionary now look like they were animated by fucking Tim and Eric. With this video, I want to evaluate games that look fucking stupid. Halo 5 is a good example. There is so much shit on your screen in this game, I don't even know where to begin. What am I supposed to be shooting at? Where are the enemies? Is that a bad guy or a lens flare? There's like 50 sources of light and enemies just blend right into the environment. It is a cluttered overload. Now look at Halo 1. Look at how much visual clarity you have. The enemies have these bright, contrasting colors. They pop right out of the background. The player knows exactly what they're looking at. Of course you have the red elite there, who is more powerful than the blue one, you know, and then boop, you turn on the new graphics and you're instantly at a disadvantage now. A lot of modern games have this issue. Just recently, Lawbreakers was a fun game, right? But visually, it's just hopelessly outmatched by Overwatch. Again, you have the more complicated looking environment with a cast of characters that are practically identical versus the more simplified maps of Overwatch with these distinct, obvious characters. I really hate to do this, but again, Dota 2, the screen is too busy. Too much stuff going on versus Bop League, which looks so much better because the background is in the background and the focus is on the characters. Arkham City has the reverse problem. A big part of this game is exploring the town and finding Riddler's trophies. Now look at Zelda, another game with a big emphasis on exploration. See how Link barely takes up any space on the screen compared to here, where a third of the screen is dedicated entirely to Batman. Get out of the way, you fucking Batman!
And I think it's a great concept. The graphics are good, and you can go to GameStop.
Camera placement is hugely important, especially when you're talking platformers. Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, Odyssey. Notice how Mario is always at the center of the screen. No matter what crazy shit happens, you can always rely on Mario being at the center of the action. 3D World now, the camera is locked back here, so when Mario goes inward, it really starts to get uncomfortable. That consistency is no longer there. For whatever reason, many games have sought to replicate flaws within real-life cameras, such as film grain, and while putting a dumb fuck film grain filter over your game is obviously the stupidest fucking idea ever, nothing really ruins a game's visuals like motion blur. From a purely technological standpoint, I'd say Uncharted 4 is the top dog right now graphically. I don't even want to know how much time and money went into making this game look like this. But what's this? Some sick bastard put in this terrible motion blur effect so that every time you turn the camera, the graphics transform from crystalline perfection into some fucking eye-melting mush. Eventually, they added in the option to turn the motion blur off, and the difference is just night and day. Look at how much better it looks with it turned off. Jesus Christ. The last thing I want to talk about is automated animation. This stuff has always and will always look like shit. You look at a hand-animated cutscene and it's so alive and expressive versus an automated cutscene with two stiff robots not even trying to lip sync their audio. I understand that with these huge 40-hour games that it's impossible to go in there and make everything look incredible, but when your game is largely story and dialogue driven, this robotic shit is a huge disconnect for the player. You look at an older game like Scarface and it's just a lot of subtle details that they used to get wrong back in the day, such as, you know, if you look very closely, you can see that Al Pacino's head is not actually attached to his body, which is very unrealistic. Then you look at a modern game, you know, like Uncharted, where everybody's head is attached to the body, just like in real life. And,
with me. Man the gun.
And then you look back at Scarface, right? And you kind of notice how their bodies aren't actually holding the guns or walking at all, really, just kind of moving on their own. And then you look at the new Uncharted, right? And you, okay, what the fuck?
And the graphics, that's really what this is all about. And
anything, build anything.
Oh, look, guys, it's Iron Man and his partner, Incredible Hulk. They even got Luke Skywalker with his famous motorcycle t-shirt.
Millions of players.
Hello? Is anybody playing this? Maybe there's somebody in this dog. Oh my god! JPEG of Puss in Boots! Now come on, Roblox. Don't be playing me like that. You know. Oh my god! He's eating my brain! Run, baby, run. The cops are trying to get you. You gotta escape. I'm free! I can. No. He shot my hair off. Can you defeat the dabbing Squidward?
Whoa, there's like actually other people in here playing. That must be some sort of mistake.
What?
What?
Do you hear that?
What is that? You making it? Thank you.
Okay, now baby, drive the motorcycle over the lava. Donkey Kong! Wow! Donkey Kong, what are you doing with all this toxic waste? I am the king of minecart levels. Come on, medium? Come on, please. Here we go. What the fuck? Ah! Again. This time, I'm ready for hard difficulty. That is a bald eagle with a Google shirt, but the center of the shirt is a poster for Indiana Jones, and he has Obama pants. Now I have seen it all. All of my life, I have been sheltered from the realities of the world. This is how Donald Trump sees life. Do I drink a Mountain Dew? I'm drinking it. Oh my god, guys! Anybody saw?
Get in, look.
Okay.
Come in.
I'm coming in. Let's go.
Oh!
Take me to, I'm gonna go to Pizza Hut.
You're too I'll try again.
Hey, please. Only a big, strong man like me can hold this baby carriage. Okay, now you come over here. Yeah, there we go. You, okay. Now we bring this guy in, right? And he comes in. There we go. Welcome to Microsoft headquarters. Look, it's Windows 10 on a TV. Oh my god. This time I'm gonna win it, guys. I got this. Hey, what? Bryce didn't even start yet. He already left. What is this piece of shit? Get back here. I ain't Luke. Think I'm getting it. Oh, there he is. His car broke down. His car got stuck. See ya, idiot. See you at the finish line. I'll win. I'm finally gonna win. What? No, what is this? No! No. Not again. You can't! You can't do this to me! What the fuck? It's one of the servers. Yeah. I couldn't see why they picked this to make a toy out of. Hey now, get your game, boy. Get your game on. Get game. There she be, mateys. The finest ship in the 7 seas. That's Shrek shit. Hey! What? Hey! What the fuck, you guys? You know what? Fuck you guys. What's playing at the movie theater? Oh, Gravity starring George Clooney. Wow. He is good in this. That is, of course, George Clooney on the left there.
Oh my god, it's Jacksepticeye! He's here with us!
All you guys get away from me. I'm a professional YouTuber. Okay, only I know how to work this kind of thing. Now, what you gotta do is you gotta hit both of these buttons. The last episode of Donkey Ball Z. Donkey and a fighting ball guy. Then he shot his arms off, just like the real Dragon Ball boys. That's it! You're making me use my ultimate move! It did absolutely nothing. Oh man, they're fighting me with their ultimate power. That's it, I'm gonna have to turn into my super Saiyan 1 billion mode. They got Walmart. And look, it's Burger King. Why is this in here?
Let's go, guys.
Oh, we got 2 coming garage.
I'm gonna fucking shit on these kids.
1 second mid.
Watch and learn. Okay, yep. Looks like they even have the wall hacks on in here. Oh, now. This works better than a real thing. They got League on here. I love to play League of Legends, so I made this game. Okay. 2 of my guys are AFK in base. So far, so good. Leah's trying to gank me. That's so cute. That shit. I'm done playing League of Legends on Roblox. Awesome, yeah. You need 15 Robux. Yeah, whatever. Oh, look at me. I'm awesome. I'm gonna legit.
That cost $50 what you just did, babe.
What? I just spent $50 real on this? No.
Put your information in Roblox?
No, just my credit card number.
What the fuck would you do that?
Roblox. It's free.